And our team has a lot of industry and technical experience too. So there's a really good chance that somebody here at Direct Supply has either done what you're trying to do or physically actually knows the product you're talking about.
Right.
See the parts and components. And, that's something that we see as a core advantage of using us.
Welcome to another episode of Drive Forward Inclusive Success with FOBI. This is a podcast that we've created to celebrate local family businesses from West Michigan. And the idea is pretty much for family business leaders to come and share with us their stories, their milestones, their challenges, so that we share them with the community and we learn from one another. I am Ana Gonzalez, your host. I'm the director of the Family Owned Business Institute at Grand Valley State University. Joining us today is Michelle Timmerman, general manager of Direct Supply, a second-generation family-owned business. Very proud of being women-owned and family-owned. Michelle, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's begin with the first questions point. So before we get into Direct Supply, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, sure. So West Michigan, born and raised, love being based in West Michigan. My background in education is in business and management and accounting, but I also have a love for the creative industries, design, marketing, all of those things. So my position in our family business really allows me to do all of those, put all my passions together into one role.
Oh, nice. So you're very lucky, I guess. So tell us about Direct Supply so that people understand why you're very lucky.
Yeah, sure. So Direct Supply is a wholesale distributor of surface materials, cabinetry, hardware, adhesives, all of the things that go into general construction of buildings, schools, hospitals, all of the places that, we enjoy every day. Different transportation, like boats, RVs,
okay.
those sort of things.
Yeah, I didn't get the transportation part because I was thinking in my mind kitchens or but not actually RVs. I didn't know about that about Direct Supply.
I mean, RVs have countertops,
right.
Sinks, cabinetry, hinges, drawer slides, all of those functioning things in them too. So some of our best customers are custom RV manufacturers or custom boat manufacturers where they use cool little latches or surface materials that we have. So they're everywhere. So a little bit of an occupational hazard is I can't go anywhere without looking okay, what's the countertop? What are the cabinets? Is this soft close? All of those things.
So, complete sense.
Yes, yeah.
It makes complete sense. Well, every family business starts, with a unique story, entrepreneurs who start with an idea. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. So my parents started the company. I was 6 months old, so young family, and my dad had prior industry experience. He had worked for a competitor of ours, or actually a couple of them, and really saw a need in our market to have different materials and different options. So really focused more on the office furniture industry and woodworking. There's a lot of different global brands out there, and at the time they weren't really well represented here. So using the industry knowledge and my mom's business experience really brought Direct Supply to life. And since then, we've always been a really service-focused company, really focusing on small business because we are one too. So we know what it takes to run a small business. And we truly just want to be helpful and help people find the right things for their projects.
So your operations are here in Michigan or where else? Or is it more regional? I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah, so our headquarters are here in Grand Rapids. It's the only location that we have a physical presence in. But I have territory sales reps that cover the entire state of Michigan and northern Indiana. And then we launched an e-commerce platform in 2023. So that really gave us a digital presence all over the U.S.
So can you give us the website of that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's directsupplyinc.com. And we have about 5,000 SKUs that are available as like B2C now, not just B2B. So if somebody's looking for knobs or pulls or, decorative accents for their home or office or whatever it may be, they can buy those. And then we also have like the trade side of it too. So trade contractors or other businesses can set up their account with us online, and they have access to a lot more materials and products that, are components into something that they finish and provide to a homeowner.
So is this website like a, part of a strategy to grow beyond your current, I don't know.
Yeah.
Geographical.
So part of it is, giving us exposure to a wider range of customers in a bigger geographic region. And another part of it is just customer demand. B2B customers want more of a B2C experience today. So everybody is used to, the experience that they get with buying items online, like for their home or whatever that may be for your personal use. And those buyers want that same experience for their businesses or in their roles too. So the digital part of what we launched was really trying to bring the resources and the tools and meeting our customers where they want us to be. So not everybody wants to call in anymore and place their order over the phone and talk to the same customer service person. They just want to do it online. So
you're second gen. We know that succession overall, family businesses is kind of a tricky subject. So your mom is the founder. She still works there,
Correct.
I believe. And the first generation tends to, they like to stay there for a long time. So how does that work with you and your mom and in the family business?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're definitely still trying to figure that out. Being a smaller company, my mom, my brother, and I are all still very involved in the day-to-day operations and wanting to make sure that the company is successful and, the next chapter and what we're doing to grow and continue. But, as my mom has aged, it's been clear that she needs to, step back. And, we haven't really had full conversations about it. I think my brother and I have just stepped up in ways where she's been able to let go of things. But we definitely have had to have some hard conversations of, where is this going and what are we doing? And there really hasn't, being a first to second gen transition, I don't really feel like we've had a lot of, good proactive steps towards that because it's never been done before. In our company, it's
harder.
We didn't know what or how to do it, like what we need to do, and we still don't. I think operationally we made that transition a long time ago where it's more my brother and I are involved in the day-to-day, and I personally am the one that's setting the direction of the company and deciding what we're going to be focusing on and, figuring out what we need to do that. That's less of first gen. But we haven't done the formal things behind that.
Across your history in the family business, there must be kind of, I don't know, stories or milestones or things that you have discovered. What would they be in direct supply or with your experience?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I'm a very systems focused person, figuring out, okay, this is the direction we need to go and this is how we're going to get there. So I mean, I would say probably it was 10 to 15 years ago, we needed a new ERP system. Our old system wasn't working. Wasn't allowing us to grow and develop. So for me, it was really, all right, deciding on we need an ERP system. This is why, researching, implementing, and all of those things.
Which is a pain, right?
Oh gosh, I never want to do it again. So
you're not the only one, yeah.
Choosing one that can grow with us and could support if someday we wanted to have multiple locations or if we wanted to have remote workers, we could do that too. So really making decisions based on the potential that we had as a company, and then same thing with the website. In different systems, we needed a CRM system, something that kept all of our information and, who has what samples and who do we need to update when something new comes out and, what are our sales reps' customer lists and how are we keeping track of our sales calls and marketing efforts and all of that stuff. So for me, those were like the big milestones or things that are more like the foundational like building blocks of our company, allowing us to like scale and grow to, a level that we needed to. Yeah.
So you wrote that idea. How did they, I don't know, I guess your mom, who at that time, I guess she was the key decision maker. I don't know, you tell me. Yeah. So how did you feel about that? Or the investment, not only in terms of the money, of course, the costs, of course, associated to it, but, the time, the people that need to focus on that instead of doing their actual job.
Since our beginning, we were founded to be a better option.
Service, yeah.
And to really be there to support our customers. And most of the time, it's not like the initial sale. Like we can process the transaction. If you don't want to talk to us, that's fine. But it's the service after the sale that really makes a difference. Like if you need to return something or if you have the wrong product or you need help figuring out, what other items that actually maybe need to go with the item you ordered or whatever that may be. Like we always have somebody to pick up the phone. And our team has a lot of industry and technical experience too. So there's a really good chance that somebody here at Direct Supply has either done what you're trying to do or physically actually like knows the product you're talking about.
Right.
And can visualize it and see the parts and components. And, that's something that we see as a core advantage of using us.
Right. So it's really service and your ability to actually interact as human beings, I guess, not a machine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I figure these larger companies, they have, their AIs, which sometimes help, but
yeah,
I don't know. If you really want something, you have to go through 1,000 prompts so that they actually connect you to a human being. I don't know.
Right. And even when you get to that, does that person know the product that you're using? Do they know what you do as a company? Have you talked to them, the same person 20 times before in the last year? Is this somebody new who you have to completely explain everything over and over again to? So, like the service, but it is hard sometimes to just compete on price. Sometimes it's all about price.
Right.
And it's hard to sell value sometimes when it's not the initial dollar number.
I get it. So it's the fact that you're small an advantage somehow?
So, because we are flexible and can, make changes and adapt quickly to our customers' needs or, I'll throw something in the back of my vehicle and deliver it to a customer on my way home. Whatever I need to do,
Absolutely. I get it.
That's something that we try to do differently. So, and that's something that's been harder for us too, like as we've grown, to make sure that we stay flexible. Like that is one of our core values. But as you grow and develop as a company too, that it's hard to keep that flexibility.
That promise, yeah.
Looking
back, what are some of the key lessons you've learned as a family business leader in West Michigan?
Key lessons from family business, do's and don'ts. Do's, ask for help from other people. Other family businesses, like West Michigan is such a unique community, I feel like, with so many different family businesses and organizations that are here to like help, keep us alive and thriving. So asking for help from other businesses and key leaders, whether that's to find a mentor or take another business owner for coffee and just ask them some questions, or actually get involved with like a consultant or an organizational program of some sort. Do's as well, it just, things that have gone well for us, like the decisions that I feel like were strong, good decisions, were rooted in our values, where we embraced who we are as a company, being unique, not trying to be like our competitors. So don'ts include don't try to be somebody else, another company. It's not a one size fits all. Just stick to who you are and what you're doing well, right?
Yeah, and what you believe in,
Yeah.
Stick to your, I get it. As a business owner and a business manager, what are your concerns right now?
How much time do you have? No.
Not a lot, I'm sorry.
No, so I think I touched on it a little
Your
bit.
key ones.
Yeah, already is just like as a smaller company competing with larger, like increasing, like the national and international competition is getting harder for us to stay relevant and stay competitive, but it's something that we're definitely mindful of and trying to work through. And being in construction too, like our customers are all in trade careers, and something that they've mentioned really is they're having a hard time finding labor. Like there are more people retiring from trade careers than there are entering into the market. And, our schools, hospitals, houses are all built by people in trades.
Right.
And so for us as a company, we need future customers. And, for us as a community, we need buildings. So
Right.
the trade career thing is big as far as concerns or, what we're watching right now.
So are you doing something?
So
related to that?
I'm so glad you asked. So we actually just started this year like a give back program. So where we donate a portion of our sales to local industrial arts programs. So like high schools that have shop classes, a lot of them don't really have woodworking tools and supplies that they need. So like we're donating wood glues and sandpaper and other things that they're needing to like teach kids hands-on what it's like in the trades, or how to DIY something, build a table, build a bench, build a chair, like those sort of things. So, and that's really like the first exposure that kids have other than from their parents,
right.
of like, hey, I might like doing this, or this is really fun, and they can explore that further. So I mean, it's something small. It's like the coffee thing. It's it's not much to start, but it's something that we can do.
It's a way. Yeah. Before we get into our last question, I want you to think about direct supply in 10 years.
That's a big question.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, our goal has always been to be great, not big. So we're really hopefully going to be focused on doing the same things, like really providing the best support possible, really providing our customers with as much value as possible, and focusing on, what the industry needs and how we can help our customers. So I think the what might be a little bit different, like maybe what we do, what we sell, but those values will hopefully stay the same.
So if I ask you to think in 3 words what makes the family business community in West Michigan special, which words would you choose?
All right, I'm going to look at my notes for this. The words that I chose were support, engagement, and legacy, primarily because I think a lot of West Michigan-based family businesses are focused on the next generation and focused on doing what's going to make our city and our community thrive, rather than I see a lot of like bigger corporations, like publicly traded companies, really focusing on quarterly, on the dividends, on, quarterly earnings. What are we going to do for this short period of time? So I think our community is a lot different in that they're thinking more long term.
Well, thank you very much, Michelle, for your time, your insights, and all these things that you're sharing with us. And with this, we conclude this episode. Thank you.